We did it. We delivered the mother of all deals.
Catering to 25% of global GDP.
We are creating a market of 2 billion people.
Get it and are calling it the mother of all deals.
यह एफटीए भारत और यूरोपियन यूनियन के बीच इन्वेस्टमेंट को बूस्ट करेगा, सप्लाई चेन को मजबूत करेगा.
Big numbers, big access and big impact. One of the most ambitious free trade agreements in the recent history.
And today, the world's two largest economies launched their first ever security and defense partnership.
Positioning India as a pivotal player in global value chains. Hello everyone, welcome back to Namma Laex Bangalore presents current issue of the day. In today's episode, we'll discuss India-European Union trade deal, which is being dubbed as the mother of all deals. It is a deal which is historic, which is significant, which is being praised and watched by all over the world. Okay, all the global nations, global institutions like World Bank, etc., are looking at it and are calling it the mother of all deals. So, in today's video, we'll decode what happened in India and European Union free trade agreement and why is it so significant? Why is everyone talking about this particular trade deal? We'll discuss this from holistic perspective. So let us start the discussion. Mother of all trade deals. Big numbers, big access and big impact. So this is the famous photo. It is going to be very historic in the future as well. This is going to be seen across all the social media in the future. From left, it is Antonio Costa, who is the president of Portugal. And in the middle, our very own Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And on the right is Ursula von der Leyen. Okay, pronunciation is a bit difficult. Ursula von der Leyen, who is President of European Commission. President of European Commission. These were the three who were involved in negotiations and trade deal between India and European Union. So let us discuss why this FTA matters now and why is it so significant. First, let me just address you. It is historic breakthrough. India and EU concluded negotiations on one of the most ambitious free trade agreements in the recent history, because it is not an issue between two countries. It is an issue between one country and a trade bloc which includes 27 countries. So combinedly, there are 28 countries involved in this free trade agreement. Next, it is the largest deal yet. Leaders worldwide have termed this mother of trade deal, representing unprecedented economic cooperation and measure between two major economies, that is European Union and India. And the global significance, this agreement reshapes the architecture of international trade, positioning India as a pivotal player in global value chains. Now, in the numbers, okay, if you see the numbers, it is called as mother of all the trade deals because it is catering to 25% of global GDP. It encompasses 1/3 of the global trade. It unlocks preferential access of $75 billion in exports. It brings together second and fourth largest economies. Fourth is India and second is European Union combined acts as the second largest economies. And it abolishes tariff on 9,425 lines of Indian exports. This is how significant this particular trade deal is. It is one trade agreement that expands to 27 European Union markets. And there is prescription for growth. This FTA acts as a prescription of growth because $527 billion European Union market is unlocked, is now accessible to India. That is how significant this particular deal is. This is in numbers. Now, let us discuss various other aspects. History. Let us see the background between India and European Union trade deal. So in 2007, the negotiation started, but in 2013, it was stalled because of various issues. India wanted certain access and European Union said no. European Union wanted certain access, India said no. And in 2022, the revival. Under the Modi regime, they decided to bring back this India and European Union trade deal. And the talks started in 2022 and it took 4 years finally to revive it. It was not only possible because of the efforts of India and European Union, it is also because of efforts of a certain person called as President Trump. because of his policies, European Union understood they cannot be dependent on USA anymore. So they are looking for alternatives, and one of the alternative for them is India, and also it caters to world's China plus one strategy. That one is India here. So nearly 2 decades of diplomatic persistence, etc., has finally yielded results. So key challenges were agriculture market access disputes. That is, European Union wanted more access with respect to agricultural markets. India wanted to protect its agricultural markets. And automobile tariff negotiations. Again, manufacturing growth is very high. Manufacturing sector is very big in European Union, and it is already so solid. They wanted more tariffs. India used to say no. And next, regulatory harmonization issues. Again, there are so many issues with respect to sanitary, phytosanitary tariffs by the European Union on Indian goods. Now that have been resolved. And services sector liberalization concerns. India wanted liberalization of service sector in the European Union because India is very strong in service sector, whereas European Union is strong in manufacturing base. Both had certain issues. As a result, there was no proper deal. Now, all the issues have been resolved. So, India and European Union trade snapshot before and after the FTA. Pre-FTA, the trade between the both countries was approximately 190 to 200 billion, making European Union India's largest trading partner. But the potential is so massive that it was nothing expected from India and European Union trade. India maintains a trade surplus in both goods and services. This reflects a competitive advantages in textile, IT services, and pharmaceuticals. Next, this existing relationships provides a strong foundation for the expanded FTA framework. So you can see, even in the goods in exports, India is on the high. Even in the services, India is on the high. Approximately 80 or 70 billion exports in the goods and approximately 30 billion exports in the services from India. Now, with the free trade agreement, it is comprehensive scope of the agreement. Why this agreement is so significant? Because it is comprehensive. It not only covers one aspect but covers almost all the aspects between two countries' trades. One is it covers trade in trade in goods. That is, there is extensive tariff liberalization across manufacturing, agriculture, and industrial sectors with phased implementation of schedules, mainly from the European Union side. European Union side has agreed or accepted zero tariff to most of the Indian goods, but India is still hesitant because Indian sectors in various aspects is still nascent in its stage. Next, trade in services, enhanced market access for personal services, IT, education, business, and services across 144 subsectors. So it covers 144 subsectors, and approximately 9,500 lines of articles have been cleared. Next, investment and cooperation. There is also regulatory harmonization. If at all there is issue with respect to investment, if at all there is issue with respect to cooperation, that has also been addressed in this FTA. That is what makes this very significant. It covers not only economy but also services but also technology. Next, tariff liberalization in numbers. What happens with respect to tariff liberalization in numbers? The numbers: 99.95% European Union tariff elimination, coverage of Indian export items receiving duty-free access to European markets. Next, 97.5% of Indian concession. That is the share of export value receiving tariff reductions through phased approach. Okay, this is India's concessions to Europe. Next, 96.6% of total trade value benefiting tariff concessions. Okay, I'll explain again. India has secured tariff reduction across 97% of tariff lines. 97% of tariff lines have been reduced, which covers approximately 99.5% of all the goods and services value. In terms of value, it is 99.5%. In terms of articles, it is 97%. Okay. Next, so what does India gain? What does India gains? India gains with respect to goods sector. India gains immediate market access. Immediate market access to 90.7% of Indian exporters will receive zero duty access from day one itself. From day one itself, which dramatically reduces the cost of exporters and enhancing the price competitiveness. And key beneficiaries in the good manufacturing sectors are, as usual, textiles and apparels, leather and footwear, gems and jewelry, which is high value exports, with respect to leather and footwear, it promotes MSME as a backbone, and marine products in the coastal livelihoods, and toys, sports goods, tea, spices, etc. etc. So it is catering to all sorts of sectors. Next, economic impact will be expected to boost employment generation, strengthen MSME, strengthen MSME competitiveness, and catalyst export-led growth across the labor-intensive manufacturing sectors. Okay, if this is with respect to goods in manufacturing sector. Next, services, that is professional mobility gains in services. Okay, it enables a seamless movement for professionals and exports. Okay, unlocking the service sector potential. The EU has made commitments across 144 service sectors, subsectors, opening substantial opportunities for India and Indian professionals and businesses. It covers IT and IT enabled services. That is, it enhances access for India's $200 billion IT service industry. It is going to multiply now. Next, professional service, easier mobility for consultants, engineers, and specialists. Next, with respect to education and business, expansion opportunities in education and business process as well as services. Next, so what does European Union gains? Seeing from all the concessions what India has got, European Union feels like European Union has got very less, but it is not true. European Union gains access to automobiles, that is access to India's rapidly growing automotive market with the phased tariff reductions, because our manufacturing, especially automotive industry, is at a stage which is capable of competing with European Unions or European companies as well. But the tariff will be in the phased manner. We are not going to provide zero tariff reduction or zero tariff on European automotive industry on the day one itself, but it will be phased manner. In the machinery, that is industrial equipment and advanced manufacturing exports benefit from the duty cuts as well. Next, with respect to pharmaceuticals, medical devices and pharmaceutical products gain preferential access. But in pharmaceutical, India is the winner, you can say, because chemicals and drugs have got 0% tariffs in India from Europe. As a result, now India can expand its already well established pharmaceutical industry or drug industry. Next, high-tech goods. This is a place where European Union has got edge over India, you can say. Aircraft, precision instruments and technology products see reduced tariff barriers. Next is India offers tariff cuts on 92.1% tariff lines, which covers around 97.5% of EU exports by value. If you compare this with India, India is on the high with respect to goods value. It is 99.5%. With respect to tariff lines and tariff cuts on the lines, it is around 97.5%. So India has got better deal in this particular total deal. So 4 billion is the estimated annual tariff savings for European Union under the new trade agreement framework. Okay, so managing the sensitive sectors, there has been a thought for the future as well. How do you address future? How do you address sensitive sectors? So what are the safeguards provided here? Automobile import strategy. In the automobile industry, import duties on the European Union cars priced about 25 lakh have been reduced from 110% to as low as 10%. This is subject to quota limits and price-based categories to protect domestic manufacturing. Though the tariff has been reduced, but the quota limit still persists there. Next, wine tariff reductions. Tariffs on the European wines have been reduced from 150 to 20 to 30%. So here also European Union is a winner, but there is quota-based access and balancing consumer choice with the domestic industry. Protection is also provided here. Again, how are India protecting their native industry? Though tariff is reduced, quota is still there. Okay. Next, safeguard mechanism. That is, both sectors include built-in safeguards allowing temporary protection if the import surge happens unexpectedly, ensuring the domestic industry stability during the transition periods. So this is about everything about India and European Union trade deal. So tomorrow I'll bring you another video with respect to India European Union trade deal, here where we will discuss which sectors are the winners and which sectors are the losers. Okay, because topic is so vast that cannot be covered in one video. or else it will become boring for you as well. So tomorrow, wait for another video where we'll discuss the winners and the losers and also all the numbers related to free trade agreement. Okay, with this I will end the video. Jai Hind, Jai Karnataka.